Today we're playing the Innesis Tour 900 golf ball, and I've only brought one sleeve of 3 golf balls. We can't lose 3 golf balls. I have a war on losing golf balls now. I want to make straight great again, I want to make smart great again, and I want to make simple great again. Today I'm playing a mini driver, 7 wood, 9 wood, 7 iron, 9 iron, sand wedge and a 48 degree, plus my putter. I'm playing those clubs because I love them and I have most confidentiality in those clubs, and that's why I'm playing the mini driver. It's so much easier to hit than a normal driver. 14 degrees of loft, also known as a 2 wood, straight down the center, Mr. Fenner. We've got 225 yards left, but we can't go at the hole. I'm not going to hit my 7 wood, which goes 225, because if I don't catch it flush, I'm in that bunker short, and that bunker short is going to plug from the high angle of descent, which means I have a plug bunker shot over a huge ass deep bunker onto a green that won't hold, because the green's pretty flat. So if I hit it in, even if I hit the great shot, it's not going to hold the green. So what I can do is move to the right to a big Texas area on the right, play to Texas, big, safe, conservative. And we've pulled the hell out of that ball, and we're still not going to reach that bunker up there. That's money. So here's where I differ from a lot of people. Closer to the green is always better regardless of your handicap. Well, it doesn't take into account the lie. So here I've got a pretty good lie, but if it was sitting down, then I have a pitch over a bunker all the way to try land it at the hole, which is 61 yards away, partial wedge shot. I take 10 mid-handicappers, hit 60-yard shots, partial wedge shots over an entire bunker to a pin, cut over the bunker. I guarantee 7 out of 10 of them put it in the bunker or teeth it over the green. This is the key. We have to play shots we like to hit. I don't actually like the shot, so I screwed that up. I should have hit a 9 iron, left a nice sand wedge in, or a 9 wood with a pitch up the green. But now I've short-sighted myself with 61-yard shot, a shot I don't like, with my 56 degree. Make sure we get it on the green. So I'm not going to go dead at the pin because that's too tempting. I might screw it up in a bunker, but I can see a big ass space of green to the right. One of the secrets you'll find a big difference between handicap levels is the distance from the hole after the first putt, from something like this, from 30 feet. You're going to find scratch golfers inside 4 feet, and everybody else goes further beyond that exponentially as the handicaps increase. So we're going to put this out. There's a little white mark outside the hole there. Uphill, 9.5, 9 on the stimp. Come, Maddie. So I've left that to about 1.5 feet, and that's going to save you a lot of shots if you can just get distance control, which is what I like to talk about in the way of the player. Putting is just about distance control. Luckily I bring my confidential 9 iron with me, the club I made a hole in one with. So I'm always confidential when I get here. It's 155 to the pin, but the middle of the green never moves. The pin moves, and it's behind bunkers today. I don't want those bunkers. I want to go left of this pin, keep it middle of the green, keep it confidential. I was actually so excited about this round because this place is generally in great condition, Rancho Chanvi here in Khao Yai, and these greens look luscious. 3 putts can happen, but if we can get this to inside 4 feet, we're doing really well, like a scratch golfer. Oh, caddy no good. Yeah, change your. Beautiful, beautiful. Don't get married to the idea of driver, because on par 4s and par 5s, some of the fairways, some of the landing areas are as tight as a corporate deadline. So always adapt it to you. That's a little fader. Hopefully it clears the bunker. When we're taking an approach shot to a green, of course we like to get focused on the flag, but we have to get it out of our mind just a little bit here and on a lot of holes, because that pin is cut tight on the back. If we go over this green, we're done. We're done for. We can't chip it. It's short-sighted. It's close to that back edge, and we're going to be chipping from below the green onto a quick green. We want to go toward the fat side of the green, which would be more toward the left, but mainly short-ish. So a 98-yard shot here, I need to hit this ball 89 to 95. Keep it short of the pin. Okay, we've just hung on to the back left there. Money. Green in regulations for the pros, waste of time for us. If you're up and around the green that you can putt and hit a confidential putt like I can here, I'm 6 inches off the green. That's not a green in regulation. It's a puttable in regulation. Oh, right on line, huh? Right on line. I caught it a bit thin there, girlfriend. Caught it a bit thin. This is a perfect example of when you can hit driver. Don't hit it so hard that you fly out of your shoes, because then you bring the variance and dispersion even wider. Because your ball is going to go right and left. You can't avoid it, especially at a low loft like a driver. We know we've got 280 yards to the water on the left. Not going to reach it with my mini driver. We've got space up on the right. From the right to the left, we've probably got like 120 yards of space. So we find a tiny place to aim small, miss small, even in a big target area, and we hit to that. So there's a tree toward the green. There's 3 trees. I'm going to aim for the middle one, and whichever shot shape comes out is going to be good, but I'm going to commit to a fader. And I don't mean I'm going to try hit the fader. All I'm seeing in my head is a fader, so hopefully it comes. Pretty straight, little draw on it, but that's all we need. Mini driver for the win. Is about removing bad stuff. You're removing the shizer, you're taking the rubbish out of your game and only leaving the good stuff. If I hit this shot as a 15 or 20 handicap, I see that pin cut on the front and I want to get it close like a PGA Tour Pro. You're better off hitting a ball so far right that you just hit the right hand fringe and take 2 putts. When you take this shot on, you've got the water to go directly over. So I'm going to show you that shot. Instead of just going at the pin on a partial sandwich, for me 86 yards, I'm going to go right of it so I don't even bring it into play. So if we can get these penalty shots out the way, there's a perfect example of when you can have a penalty shot. You're going to remove probably a shot or 2 every time. And a lot of people are taking between 2 and 5 penalty strokes around, which actually add up generally to 2 shots more than you would have scored without the penalty. So I'm going to hit this to the right edge with my 56 degree. And even if I'm short, I have a puttable in regulation. So we go right of the right edge of the water. And this is the hard part. You have to consciously commit to the right edge and forget about the pin. So I'm looking at that right edge, I'm committing only right edge. And then still I pull it. Right next to the hole. In the hole. I'll eat. Let me just show you that again, okay? So I can't get the target out of my mind. That's my problem. Little celebration there. I'm a bit hungover as well because last night I went out, I drank way too much. I had 3 beers. Over here we're going to just try the 9-iron. I want to show you how it's done because if I hit the 56, I'll be holding shots all day. So we just chip it to the right edge. Look at that, I can't stop. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't stop, but you get the idea. Go right, take the water out of play. We've got a 48 degree with the wind off the left. We have to be conscious of the elements. If the wind is blowing left to right, it's going to move the ball left to right. We can either hit a shot shape like a draw into it or let it ride the wind. I'm just going to let it ride the wind. I know my 48 degree will clear this bunker at 115 and the pin's at 131. This goes, 48 degree goes 125. It's going to leave me a 6-yard putt if I hit it well. If I hit it poorly, 10-yard putt. So we set this one up at the pin because we know there's a lot of green to the right. So if the wind does take it and we let it ride, we'll just be right edge of the green. The wind pushes it just a little bit, and we're somewhere on the green. That's all we need. My caddy doesn't like it. She wants a hole in one. We want to give it a little more break because we often underread the putts, and that means that we go across the front of the hole, ending up further from the hole than if we go high and miss, because we're going to miss majority of our putts. Okay, caddy, yeah. Now I like to see that putt rather than one going across the hole leaving me a 5-footer. Little 1-foot ski. You go high, you're not going to cry on putts. We've done our research already. We know that from the left-hand edge of that water, we have a ton of space. So we don't have to really go directly down this fairway. We can go a little left and give ourselves some room for error. So we line this one up to something far in the distance that we can't reach, the top of that mountain. and hopefully that's the right line. The amount of research I did on the internet took me probably 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes max on Google Earth, just to scroll through the hole, see where the widest area is and what club can go there. If the widest area is not in a range of my clubs, I find my club distance and then find out which of my clubs is going to be toward the wider sections that I can find. We've got 113 yards into the green. Now that would normally be a 56 degree, but we have wind off the right and the pins at the back. Well, that's a little bit too far right, but we're on the right edge. Easy game. Puttable in regulation, remember that. Now granted, we are going to have a lot of long putts if we play to the fat side and it doesn't work out 100%, but over the long term, playing to the fat side, between the fat side and the pin, you're going to have a lot of success instead of getting into shitty places like deep bunkers below the green. Very easy for me to tell you to get your distance control right and make all your short putts. Very easy when you just tell people, point the finger at something. Very clever, very easy. How do you do it? Put a tee in the ground on the practice green from outside 10 feet and putt to the tee. That's going to give you this kind of distance control. Then for your short putts, just want to practice putts you know you're going to make the vast majority of. You don't want to practice missing. So just do 1 and 2 footers. The more 1 and 2 footers you do, the easier your 5 footers. I promise. Those are the 2 drills you can do for better putting. So we're going to hit driver here because we calculated we have quite a bit of space. I don't want to go too far left because there's the hedge in the way and you can't see the green, but I'm going to go up toward the 150 yard stake on the left edge of the fairway, and if I do fade it, it's good. If I do pull it, it's going to hit that slope and come straight back down into the fairway area. And that's what I'm going to be playing now, is a beautiful mini driver like that, because I don't need 300 yards. When you're talking about chipping, we're saying keep it as low to the ground as possible with as low a loft as possible, because Gary Player tells us go high, you're going to cry, stay low, get the dirty hose. And my favorite shot is a putt, because it's the lowest loft, 4 degrees, keep it rolling, 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 as Limp Bizkit would say. We've measured this hole, we've established it's too narrow for the driver. We have water on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side we don't know what's there. It's like hedges and houses and deep grass. So with that in mind, we want to just get the ball in play. We're talking position, position, position. We're making straight great again. And then we're talking about getting that ball to our free throw distance. We all have great distances we can hit the ball. And what I'm going to try to do is hit a 9-wood into play. And from there, we're going to plot our way onto the green on this par 5. So now what we have to do now is establish a place we can hit the ball to a free throw distance. We have about 240 yards because we've got a 200-yard mark in front of us. Yeah, that's direct line to the hole. So I want to use my little REDTIGER rangefinder, shoot to the fairway through the gaps here in the trees. I can see it's 190 to reach a bunker down there and 157 to the middle of the fairway. If I hit that shot over there, I can see the 150 markers up there. I'll probably be about 100 yards away, which will be a great sandwich for me. The temptation here is always to go at the green from 240 with my 7-wood and just crank it as hard as I can. The problem with that is most of us will top it into the water, hit it somewhere we can't find it, because this is one of the issues with hitting it as close to the green or as far off the tee as possible, is that we are not pros and we don't have a gallery tramping down the grass as well as looking for our golf ball. So with that long as possible all the time strategy, you lose a lot of golf balls because you can't find them. So with this, we're trying to plot our way around the course to what we can see, staying in play as we go. Ball in play is the #1 priority whenever we play golf. If I had issues and I was scared it won't get over because I'm inconsistent, I go up to the right, to the corner of the dogleg, and then play a straight shot. Maybe I'll do that for you actually. Let's do that because that's more. So up there we don't have any water to contend with, so we can just get the ball up to that part of the dogleg. If it's boring, you hate scoring. So from there now, we're going to be inside 150 because the 150 marker is at the edge of the fairway, and anything to the left of it, because it's a dogleg, is going to put us close to the hole than 150. One of my free throw distances with my 48 degree maybe, or my 9-iron. So we've hit this a little bit long beyond the fairway here. I didn't measure it, I just chipped a 7-iron for you. But if you measure it correctly, you can prevent this from happening, from shooting up to your distance markers and then not hitting it beyond that distance. This is the most important 3 C's in the way of the player. Confidentiality, comfort, commitment. Confidentiality and comfort equal commitment. If you're not committing 110% to your shot, you're not committed enough. If it's 99%, change your shot to the 9 times out of 10 shot. And that's the problem with the rough lies, is no matter what people say they'd rather have a shot from the rough, it's just not going to hold and sit as quickly as a shot from the fairway. And this is the thing we have to get out of our minds. Fairways are predictable places. We can know what's going to happen with our shot. The rough is a crapshoot. Doesn't matter how short your rough is, it's a crapshoot. I promise. They don't look after it like they look after the fairway. Okay, gangbangers, it's just not going to go to plan. You know, we were in the rough and it didn't hold the green even with a wedge. And that's what I mean. Fairway lies are predictable. Now we're over the green short-sided. We have to get it on the green. Giottige, G-I-O-T-G. There's only one motto you need. It sounds very simple and basic, but if you keep that in your mind when you have tough chips, even normal chips, you're going to chip it on the green more instead of getting greedy. So here we have a chipperoo. We have to be nice and aggressive up the slope. Come on, Maddie. Put an extreme importance on the short game. Why? Because when you can hold a putt from 1 foot, you can hold it from 3 foot, you can hold them from 5 foot. That means that you put less pressure on your chipping. That means you have less pressure on your long putts because you know you can make the returns. On your approach shots, you know you can chip and putt. On your tee shots, you can get into bad place, punch out to a place you can pitch and putt, and you're going to score low. You know that sound of terminating the hole is great. It gives you confidentiality for the next hole. Everything stems from the hole outwards. Now on Google Earth I established I shouldn't hit driver here because the line is actually over this tree here and it gets very tight up there, but looking at it like this, the house is like 300 yards away, so I'm going to go with the driver because we really have a lot of space, and if I do hit a big fade, if I aim it at the house, I'll be okay actually. And if I hit a draw, I might reach that bunker, which is okay because even if I hit a 7 wood here perfectly, more than likely I'm going to have a very long shot into the hole, maybe 200 plus yards, which we're going to try to take bogey from anyway. So we'll hit the driver here, and if we make a bogey, we have already established it's 410 yards. That's pretty long. So let's not get too uptight with a bogey because remember, bogeys are good. I was just thinking about that putt on the last hole. To me, it looks like a weak putt, but we have to also resist the temptation of trying to talk like pundits. When you try to talk like a pundit, what you end up doing is regurgitating stuff you haven't thought about and you don't really know what you're saying because those people are in the commentary booth for a reason. That's why it's very important when you read or listen to something, you have to understand the source of where it comes from. We have to be stationed at the entrance of our mind, always filtering what's coming in and what's not. And I mean that as in, when you listen to me, try things out. There's no dogma in the way of the player. The only dogma in the way of the player is you have to know yourself. Oh. So we left ourselves a difficult putt. Let's just reset. Remember, we hit that putt, forget the putt. Now we try and make this putt. We use the club that works. We take ego out of club selection and we don't see what other people have hit. We don't listen to friends or whoever telling us we're hitting the wrong club, laughing, whatever. We hit the thing that's going to work because the guy who scores lowest laughs the loudest. So here from 160 I'd normally hit a 9-iron, but it's into the breeze. There's no point in trying to muscle a 9-iron into the breeze. The harder I hit it, the more it spins, the more the wind takes it and pushes it back, the shorter I am. So I hit a 7-iron. If I hit the back of the green, that's fine. We're going to make another putt. Easy game. We've got a puttable in regulation. We've hit the fringe again. And even if it were another yard off the green, still a puttable in regulation. When we read the greens here in the tropics, when we have a bit of Bermuda, this is absolutely stunning golf course. We have the burn mark on the right. That means it's 90 degrees left to right, so it's going to break big time. The slope is telling me left to right as well. And it's all about pace control. So we're going to go like a whole putter outside the left here. Just make sure we get the ball to the hole. Come on, get in there, bad boy. Get in there. That's it. That's it, my caddy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're good or not good. My measurement on Google Earth told me we have the entire universe here, including the left-hand fairway, but they put an internal OB there, which is a bit depressing because I wanted to hit driver here. But if I look up on the right-hand side here, I'm not feeling confidential because there's OB right and then a tree there on the left that just really destroys your view of the fairway. I'd rather hit something really confidential. I might even go down to a 7-iron here, but I like my 9 wood. Let's get it in play. Remember, just get the ball in play. A ball in play is worth 2 in the bush. Now that's a little bit pulled left, but you know what? I'd rather be left and in the trees there than be scared to hit a driver OB, because you know what happens then? You do what you fear, you go OB. So what a lot of people may say is I'd rather screw up a driver than screw up a 9 wood or something like that. You know what I'd rather do? I'd rather top a 9 wood 100 yards here than hit it OB with a driver. And that's my point. People who screw up a driver and would rather screw the driver up and go longer are hitting it further into danger left and right, whereas a shorter club higher loft goes far left and right but can't reach the really terrible stuff. Now we don't care about the distance to the hole at the moment. We care about a distance to a marker. We've got a 200, we've got the 150, we've got the 100-yard marker. We can see blue, white and red. So we'll shoot to each one to see where we can hit the ball. To the end of the fairway is where the markers are, so we know how much space we have till we run out of fairway. 173 to the 150, 200 to the 100-yard marker. To clear the bunker in front of the 100-yard marker, 154. So if I can hit a ball 155 to 200, I can go toward the 100-yard marker. And if I want something maybe between 100 and 150, I can hit something that goes about 130 to 200. So what I'll do is I'll hit the 9-iron and hit it to the right of these bunkers in front of us, taking them out of play completely, but getting me as close to the hole as I can on the slight dogleg. The best plans don't always happen in golf. We really try to keep that in the fairway, but we didn't. We are slightly in the rough here and we have grass behind our ball. We have to remember our learning as we go. Like we learned that the ball's not holding from the rough. So we have 140 to the hole. We can hit a shot that will bounce up the green or something that's going to stay short guaranteed and then allow us a putt. So I'm going to hit a 48 degree here instead of my 9-iron, just because I'd rather be on the front edge than go over the back here with a 9 that's not going to hold the green. And we're going to favor the right side because the fat part of the green is right and the pin's on the left. So we'll go right in the middle of the fat part of the green and the pin. That's our aiming spot. Another puttable in regulation. So green in regulation disappears from your mind. You don't worry about trying to hit more greens to score lower. You just worry about getting it around the green to get up and down like a bazooz. Nearly a birdie, and that's a tap in for another par. And that's it. Did we hit the green? No. Did we have one putt from 1 foot? Not really. So let's forget about it. Get it near the green, get up and down. Par 3s, you want hole-in-ones. I want a hole-in-one. And every now and then you get the right club, you just go for it. I think I got the right club here, 48 degree. But still, the wind's coming into us off the right. So we want to avoid the big shizer on the left. We don't want to take a drop. Nothing worse than losing golf balls. And this strategy is all about not losing golf balls. If you can finish a round with 1 golf ball, wow, what an achievement. Well, I tell you what, I took the water out of play there. This is where keep it low to get the hose really comes in. If we go high, we're going to cry, because a lot of the time, especially on a shot like this, I have to open the sand wedge face to get it to stop in time without rolling off to the water. And if I teeth it like that, because I may have the yips, now we're going to have to take a drop at the water dropping 3, hitting 4, chip on, take a triple bogey. All we have to do is keep it low, get it on the green with a putt. Maybe we make the next putt. Hey, maybe we don't. At least we walk off with a 4, nothing more. Hey, and that's not the best shot, but we're on the green for 2. Easy game. Bogey is not bad. I'm not a golf pro, so I haven't been surrounded by golf from when I'm 12 till now, and that's all I know. I've had so many experiences, lived in many countries, done many different kind of jobs, so I'm bringing you stuff that you can relate to from things I've picked up in all walks of life that I've been through. And that's the key, is that this is understandable only to intelligent, well-rounded people. People out there will be like, Matt leaves a lot of strokes out on the course there, he could be doing better if he hits more driver, blah, blah, blah. Or, wow, you know, he's not going to hold up in a match, you know. Man, I'm nearly 40 years old, players. I'm showing you how to play this game the best way possible for you by knowing yourself. Do I need to go play some frat bro trust fund boys overseas? No, I don't. I enjoy golf. I play by myself a lot of the time because it allows me to bring you this kind of content. If I have to go play matches, I need a camera person. It's me, a tripod, and a phone. No, driver de quoi, driver de quoi. I think a driver is a better play. I'm just looking at this and I think to myself, it's pretty wide, but it only gets wide past the 100-yard marker, and then it's just basically a driving range width. So we're going to do that and get past the trouble. If I hook the 7 wood, we're in trouble, and that's not going to be good. So we're going to eliminate all the trouble with the driver. Yeah, that feels a lot better. We got 120, we're going up the hill. Lie, elevation, wind, distance. Very, very important. So the lies in the fairway, very good. We've been in the fairways quite a lot. That's really nice. Elevation, it's above us, so it's playing about 125. Into the breeze, playing 10 yards further, 135. It's almost a full 9-iron that's going to be held up by the wind. We have to clear that front bunker. If we get in that front bunker, we may as well pack up and go home. That's a terrible place to be. Ball's above our feet, so it should hook a little bit. So we'll put this out to the right, and then hopefully it comes in. Just absolutely money is what I'm talking about. Adaptability to the line. Ball above my feet, into the breeze. I pick 2-3 clubs more, hit it low, use the slope to turn it in. Yay! Hey, Day, give it to me, girl. What the hell? I won 5.
Oh, get 5. Oh. No.
You think I won money or what? On Google Earth, I established on the left we have a water hazard, and all the way to that right-hand water hazard, there's 2 fairways. Of course, I don't want to go over 2 fairways. We went in the drink, we did a stupid thing. We missed our 200 yards of fairway. It's going to happen though. So we had to take a drop, but we can't drop on a cart path, so I've taken more relief from a cart path. In front of the green is 173. And we've got the wind with us. So I'm going to hit my 7-iron, and if I catch it real nice, it's going to land on the front and roll up beautifully. Let's just continue. And this is the thing, you're not always going to hit your shots well. You're going to duff a few, you're going to hit them in the water, you're going to hit them OB. The point is, nothing changes. This is the thing people find in my videos, that I don't duff a lot of shots like they do, which I'm just going to tell you, a duff shot isn't reserved for an elite few people. Everybody does it. But the main difference between a hacker and a player is a player continues on. No whining, no getting upset, no downward spiral. I should have stayed in bed. I'm such a loser. Why do I even bother playing this game? No, we drop a ball, we carry on. Same strategy, everything the same, nothing changes. And we control our emotions, because emotional control and stability is much more fun than the hedonism you're seeing everywhere. I'm 40 years old. Do I need to be out on the golf course drinking 60 Guinness and eating donuts until I vomit? No, I don't. I just love the challenge. Never-ending puzzle you have to solve, problem after problem. After you solve this problem, you've got to solve the next problem. If you can't jive with that, golf ain't for you. A little bit left though. Could hit the left side of the green. Okay, here we go. Let's try and save the bogey. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The next shot could be the best shot of your life. So let's stay in the moment here. Let's stay in this shot. Focus on this one. Don't worry about the drop we just took. As long as we can hit the shot and try save the bogey. And if not, it's okay. But we go into the next shot. Don't get ahead of yourself. Start thinking about the score you're making on this hole. I used to do that a lot. Now I don't at all. I don't care what comes out. I just do my best on every shot. And that's spun a lot too, so we're going to have a long shot into the green, but we have a shot that's unobstructed. Should be a little short left, and that's good. We can pitch it up the green, easy game. That missed the line, but hopefully it stops in time. Hopefully it stops. No stopping, but good enough. Good enough, bastard. Best hole in Thailand in my opinion. A bit better from further back because it brings the water into play much more and the OB is much scarier. But even from here, a great hole. We're only going to hit the 9 wood because it can't reach that bunker right. We want to eliminate the water from our mines, and we're not going to push a 9 wood far enough to go OB. So left edge of that bunker on the right is my target. Absolutely money. Get it in play, make sure it's dry, and then if you've got water in front of you, I know it makes you nervous, but focus on the thing you want to hit. I want to hit that 150 yard or 200 yard marker up there in front of the bunker, and that's what I'm going to try hit. .156 down breeze, playing a bit uphill, so we're looking at about 162, and I think that's a money club for my 9-iron. Now we've got a pin on the right side, cut close to the front, and we've got big ass bunkers on the right. With the ball slightly above my feet, I do predict a right to left movement. The wind is directly behind us. So I'm feeling like just left of the pin here is good. Not at the pin, because we have those little bunkers on the right. If you go in there, you're dead. You're below the green, short-sided onto a downslope to a tight pin. So we're gonna go just left of the pin here, where there's a nice big fat part of Texas on the green there. Golf courses have different defenses. So this one's wider open, not much danger of losing balls except in some water, and the greens are the defense. The green complexes are a defense. You go in these bunkers, you're down. You go play another course where I normally play, you've seen some videos, it's very flat greens, kind of not too slopey, but the surrounding of the green are very welcoming. But the tee shots are all 40 yard wide, 30 yard wide fairways, and then as soon as you miss the fairways 10 or 15 yards each side, you're in the jungle, so you lose your golf ball, have to re-hit. So the defense is the jungle, and then the greens are welcoming. That's the way golf courses are designed. So if you want to be an enlightened golfer, as I am, read. There's a few books that I recommend. They're all in the description. I'll put them all on the screen right now, right over here for you to take a look at. One of them is a golf architecture book by Tom Doak. It really helps you understand how a golf course designer sets up a golf course for the way of the player and not for strokes gained. Particularly if you go to links course, strokes gained gets blown out of the window, out of the water immediately. Now here, we are on slopey greens. First time I've played here in a year, and I'm going to come play here more often to get a hang of the greens, to get a hang of the way the course is running. Okay, come on, we've got a driver here, we've got a lot of space. We worked it out on Google Maps. We've got a little water left, so we're going to stick it more toward the right side. Yeah, beautiful little draw right over there. Beautiful. We still got 250, so this is where the free throw distance come in. We talk about free throw distance every now and then on the channel. Free throw distance is the distance you're automatic from. A lot of us have some distances that we feel really good with, confidential, comfortable, and then commitment 110%. That is our free throw distance. Some of them will be inside 100 yards with a different wedge shot. Some of them will be 100 yards, some of them will be 110. Some you might even have a nice 150 yard shot. And these are the clubs that when you look at the ball and the club behind the ball, you feel a level of comfort and trust. And if you have those shots, you have to play to those shots. That's why I brought my confidential clubs, so that I can try play to a place where those clubs are applicable. So with 255 yards left, I want to put this toward, let's go sand wedge. It's a raised green. I don't feel like pitching a partial shot onto a raised green. They don't hold as much. A nice high sand wedge that comes down with a steep angle of descent is going to stop much easier. And I want to get this ball to about 100 because we have wind behind us, so we have to be careful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit a 48 degree because if the wind takes it, it may leave me a sand wedge. And if it doesn't go as far as I want, I have another 48 degree. That's going to be money. If I hit the 9 iron, I have a chance of getting too close to the green, and I don't want to have a partial wedge shot onto the green. So if you're trying to hit like a 250 yard shot here, I mean, you have basically a 1 in 50 chance of making that shot, and you're going to slice it into the trees there, hook it into the bunkers left, or top it, and it's not pretty. This is something I can do 9 out of 10 times. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Even that, not my best. I mean, good strike, bit to the right, but we're in the fairway, money games. Absolutely beautiful. We left ourselves 108. Our free throw distance, because it's a 105 yard club, down the breeze is going to give us another 3, 4, 5 yards. That's absolutely money to my free throw distance. I'm very happy to be here, very confident with this distance and this club. And it's a raised green, so I like to have a higher loft coming into the raised green than a partial shot. Absolute money. We hit a great shot, but unfortunately we just missed the green a little bit, which is unfortunate because it's such a tricky shot. It's pretty easy to hit the 56 degree, but I like to go with the putter. It's my shot of all shots. Oh, just short. We'll take that though, easy game. Our egg.
ข้ามบ่อทรายแล้ว
Wow, I really like a mini driver. Let's do it, girl. I thought this wasn't in play. I thought this was OB, so I hit another ball. But we are actually in play here. Now, with these shots, this is where a lot of people go wrong. One of the most valuable shots you're going to have is the punch shot, just to chip it back into play. And once you take your medicine like that, you start to understand you're not increasing your score, you're actually reducing your score, because as soon as you go for the hero shot, which we also call a stupid shot, there's no such thing as a hero shot in amateur golf. It's a stupid shot. The pros pull off hero shots because they have the ability to hit them. So instead of hitting that hero shot here, what's the best thing we can do is to get it down there on the left-hand side into play and leave a pitch onto the green, maybe at a free throw distance if possible. And from there we may get up and down for a par, and if not, we're making a bogey at worst. You hit it into the tree here, you stay in front of the tree, you're looking at 6, 7, 8 on the hole. So let's take our medicine, get it back in play. Great way to finish this video. Let's make it real simple, and hopefully there's the 100-yard marker. If I can get it into the fairway, I can put it to a free throw distance of close to 100 with my sand wedge, which will be absolutely money. And a punch shot is just a chip, like a greenside chip, which you can check anywhere on the internet how to hit a greenside chip. So you just take lower loft and hit the greenside chip. And that's going to work maybe a bit too close. I'm not in my free throw range, but we'll make a plan when we get there. Luckily I found some Bermuda here. We've got cow grass, I think, a kind of cow grass. We've got some kind of weed or clover, and we've got some Bermuda here with some zoysia back there. So we've got all 4 kind of grass here. Luckily I've landed on the Bermuda, so it's a bit more predictable than the others. But 83 yards is not predictable. It's not my free throw distance. So I don't want to hit my sand wedge because I have a high propensity to hit it long. And over the back here, you're taking bogey, guaranteed, or double bogey, because we can't get up and down. I'd rather be short here. And I think when it's difficult to go high because of the way the wind is going to interfere with it, or you're giving it too much time to move left and right, or go long and short because you don't know your dispersion, keeping low really gives it less chance to make a cock up. So I'm going to hit a 48-degree chip here, and hopefully it goes 80 yards, 75 yards. Just past the pin. Well, I've gone and done the thing I didn't want to do, but luckily it's very flat grass here, so we can give this a good putt. Puttable in regulation, or puttable in 1-over regulation. Easy game. And we just get it near the hole. We're going to just take our bogey. It wasn't looking good for us from behind the trees there anyway. Easy as you like. Heavy on course management, heavy on short game. You can check out some more over here to get even better using in conjunction with the way of the player.